279 out of 279 Fortune 500 companies have already invested in Chongqing. Over 10 countries have established their consulate generals in Chongqing. Last year, Chongqing's foreign trade volume reached 75.7 billion US dollars, with an increase of 11.8% over the previous year. In the first quarter of this year, our foreign trade volume increased by another 21.9%. For 8 consecutive years, the annual actual utilization of foreign capital in Chongqing was over 10 billion US dollars. Last year, this number was 10.3 billion US dollars. Chongqing is also an important center for science and technology and education. Chongqing has 67 universities and colleges with an enrollment of 1 million college students. Chongqing has been growing steadily, and the livelihood of Chongqing people has also been improving continuously. And the public security has also been maintained. And people are the index of happiness of Chongqing people is maintained at a high level. Last year, the total GDP of Chongqing reached 2.1 trillion RMB. And the fiscal revenue of Chongqing Municipality last year was over 220 billion RMB. And the average income of our urban citizens was 35,000 RMB last year. And for rural residents, it's 14,000 RMB. Okay. This is an introduction to our municipality, and next I'd like to make some proposals about our cooperation. Chongqing and Kenya have maintained frequent exchanges and interactions in recent years. And Ambassador Weru just mentioned that our target is to have 1 million tourists from Chongqing visiting Kenya. So we'd like to work together with you to reach that target. I'd like to make a few suggestions regarding the cooperation between Chongqing and Nairobi. Firstly is establishing sister city relationship between Nairobi. And I wish to serve as a bridge for this sister city relationship to be established through this visit, and we wish that we will be able to reach consensus on this program and on this project during this visit. And entrusted by our mayor Tang Liangzhi, I am extending his invitation to Governor Songko to visit Chongqing. My second proposal is for us to have more mutual visits, and I want to invite the governor of Nairobi and also different departments. I see the presence of the representatives from different departments of Nairobi County, and I hope to invite all of you to visit Chongqing to discuss cooperation in specific areas. We will only be able to promote and deepen our cooperation in a specific areas such as economy, culture, education, tourism, and many others through frequent mutual visits. The third proposal is to expand our business cooperation, and we would like to organize more Chongqing companies to visit Nairobi and Kenya and attend relevant economic and trade investment activities such as the trade fair so that we can have more opportunities to deepen our economic ties. Chongqing itself is a municipality with a bit more than 30 million people, and Chongqing also has a surrounding area of with a market of around 300 million people. So Chongqing means a big market. In order to promote the import of quality products from foreign countries, Chongqing has set up a couple of bonded zones, which offers a range of incentives for the import of quality products from foreign countries. During my conversation with the Foreign Ministry, I also proposed that Kenya can establish an exhibition center for Kenya products in our bonded area, and we hope that Nairobi can be an important part of that. Chongqing has a big trade center for coffee, and we welcome the entering of Nairobi coffee to Chongqing market. Under the framework of the MOU between China and Kenya, we encourage more Chongqing enterprises to invest in Kenya and Nairobi. The fourth area of cooperation I'd like to propose is cooperation in smart industries. Starting last year, Chongqing is holding the Smart China Expo, which is a national level expo dedicated for smart industries. This expo is personally supported by President Xi and Premier Li. This expo is the biggest and also the most important expo dedicated for smart industries in China. And the second Smart China Expo is going to be held during August 26th to 29th this year in Chongqing. The theme of the second Smart China Expo is empowering economy through smart industries. With the personal instruction from our Mayor Tang Liangzhi, I am now relaying his invitation to Governor Song Ko to visit Chongqing and attend the Smart China Expo in August, and we hope that you could also be part of the delegation to visit Chongqing and attend this event. Together with the import summit in Shanghai and the service trade fair in Beijing, Smart China Expo is another important national level international event. Fifth area of cooperation I'd like to propose is in the area of tourism and aviation. I'm aware that Nairobi is an important destination for tourists. We can discuss the cooperation agreement in this field and work together to expand our cooperation in this field. And Kenya, together with South Africa, are the top destinations for Chongqing visitors in Africa. So, and for the tourists, Chongqing tourists traveling to Kenya, their first stop must be Nairobi. I will discuss in details with the Kenya Tourism Board about the cooperation in this field. Maybe the representative from the tourism department of Nairobi County can also attend. And the sixth area of cooperation I'd like to propose is in the field of culture and education. We should hold some joint events and also develop partnerships in the field of like museums, art performance, or even or even some cultural heritage. And we can also develop partnerships between our universities and colleges to carry out joint research and exchange programs. We are willing to provide the Chongqing Mayor Scholarship for Nairobi students, and also the Silk Road Scholarship. And the seventh area of cooperation I'd like to propose is in parliamentary affairs. And the areas of cooperation I mentioned above are the work of the government. I come from the People's Congress, which is the equivalent of the parliament in Kenya, and we so I would also like this the exchanges and cooperation in this field to be part of our overall relations. I invite the councillors of Nairobi County to visit Chongqing, and we can do exchanges in our work. To sum up, I'd like to extend our sincere invitation to His Excellency Governor Songpo, and we hope to develop and establish the sister city relationship with Nairobi County. And thank you very much.
Now, I also take this opportunity to welcome you officially to Nairobi. My comments will be in three. The first shall be about Kenya, the second shall be about our county, a little bit of history, and the third shall be where we can partner. Our country, that is Kenya, is among the 51 African states which got independence in 1963 from Britain. And at that time, as soon as we got independence, we had local authorities or councillors. We had 175 local authorities across the country. Our country went through a serious growth over time up to 2010, when we passed a new constitution. 27th of August 2010, we passed a new constitution, one of the most vibrant in the world. And the driving force about the change of the constitution was the fact that everything was centralized. That means everybody was under central government. But the population of Kenya, we wanted sharing of resources from the center to the grassroots level, at the same time political power, so that they're able to govern themselves. So we passed a constitution that has now 47 counties across the republic. Our Kenyan population, I'm sorry, of course China, of course one of the leading, I think you're on about 2 billion or something? You're about 2.5 or 2.5 billion or so?
You mean Chongqing?
Yeah, in China, 1.5. And then for us in Kenya is a paltry 50 million. We're about paltry 50 million people in Kenya. It is true, as pointed out at the head of the delegation, that Kenya really is economic power in East and Central Africa, countries north of Limpopo and south of the Limpopo. And does several socio-economic political leadership in the region. Kenya has been involved in stabilizing the region in terms of even creating peace, business, prosperity, and ensuring that the entire region has a safe environment for actually business. Kenya is equally like China. China has a lot of hills, inundated hills, and Kenya equally has a number of also lowland and highland areas. We have very big mountains, which are volcanic, more than 5 of them: Mount Kenya, Mount Elgon, Longonot, and a number of nice sceneries, the coastal beaches, Mombasa, we are glad we were there, and major rivers that are also actually feeding the Lake Victoria. Apart from actually Congo Basin, which is the leading in the world in terms of a water tower, followed by, of course, the Brazilian, that's the Brazilian basin, followed by the Congo Basin. And then Kenya also has a forest called Mau Complex, that is the 3rd largest in the world, that protects water catchment. Our country is about 70% a bit arid, and 30% very good for arable farming. And let me now talk about Nairobi County. Our city is actually the headquarters or the seat of national government. It's the capital city of Kenya. It started in 1895 as a British colony. And then this city, this building, this house was built back in 1900 So it's about 120 years old. During the construction of the Kenya-Uganda Railway, in 1924 it became a town council. In 1935, municipal council with a mayor. And in 1945 it became a city of Nairobi. So it's true that 60% of the GDP is produced by this city for the country. So it has we have about 44, we don't like talking about it, but we have about 44 sects, or you can say different languages. We have 44 different languages in Kenya. And they stay in the rural areas. About 40% of our Kenyan population stays in urban centers. 70 remains in the rural areas. But the 40% in Nairobi here represents the entire country, the entire population, the entire country. So this city actually is led by the governor. We have two arms of government: the legislature, that is the councillors or the MCAs, and then the governor leading the executive. And we want to say that greetings from our governor. A little bit about our governor is that he has an advantage of a good age, and he has a very serious passion for great service delivery, improving the livelihood of the people, both using the government, the county government, and at times even using his own philanthropy on what we call Sonko Rescue Team, that does a separate way of improving the livelihood of Kenyans from his own personal philanthropy, which he does across the country. And then also, of course, the county government also does its own official functions. He's attended major international forums in London. And the recent one was actually the UN General Assembly. He becomes the only mayor, the only governor that we know. Because I was using mayor because in your country it's still mayor, but in our country it's governor. He's the only governor that we know in Africa who was actually invited to the UN General Assembly to make an address on improving livelihoods of people globally. So our county has 10 ministries. We have 10 ministries with 10 ministers and 23 permanent secretaries. So through the ministries, we offer various services. So we have public service, we have roads ministry, we have finance ministry that talks about revenue, we have ICT ministry that deals with automation, ICT system that you have talked about. We also have one that talks about the ministry that takes care of livestock, agriculture, which is very, very critical as well. And we have a ministry that talks about the environment issues that deal with the disposal, waste, garbage collection. We generate 3,000 tons a day. I'll mention later where we can actually cooperate together, and etc. So through those ministries, there are a few areas that we can cooperate. Although you mentioned earlier, but I can mention a few. The first one is health. We invite any mutual cooperation between health services. Secondly, His Excellency the President of this Republic has formulated what we call a Big Four agenda, which includes housing. So we'll actually also require that housing population, that the building of houses to take care of our population is also a very major area where we can partner together. The other one is actually environmental. That's I've mentioned about the garbage collection, environmental cleanup of our city. We generate 3,000 metric tons per day. And the challenge that we have is a dump site. How to dispose of this particular waste. And over time, since independence, it's now become a big challenge, which we require partnership where we can use waste into energy, right? We can use waste into energy, generate power, create employment, and so forth and so on. So that area is open for any quick win arrangement between both of us. Just like River Nile, the source of River Nile is Lake Victoria. It's in Kenya, in East Africa, which dumps its water into Alexandria in Egypt. We also have a Nairobi River that has 3 big tributaries across the city. And we've been also trying to ensure that we do a thorough cleanup to ensure that we actually ensure that the river becomes, of course, the best for use. It's not wasted. It's not actually polluted for the use of the people. So Nairobi River has been ongoing, and I think it's also another area that we can look into it. The other area also that is very important as well is on transport. Yeah, we have a ministry that is in charge of fully fledged ministry in charge of transport in the city. We have challenges of congestion, traffic congestion, traffic snarl-ups. We will actually require any partnership in terms of developing rail transport. Rail, because the Nairobi city has very good catchment. That means it has very satellite towns that are growing very well within the city, and therefore they do come to work here. And actually, population is 7 million for the city. Sorry, our population is 7 million for the city. A paltry small figure again, 7 million in the day and 6 million at night. So that 1 million people actually traverse the city to do business and go back. So we have challenges of transport, rail transport, BRT, if it's possible, BRT issues within the city. And therefore, that is also another area that is a quick win that we can actually cooperate together, because we can develop several rails across the city, bypasses and all that. We know national government has doing very well with Kenya government and China doing very well in terms of road transport, SGR and the rest, but within the city as well, we welcome that particular move. We are very happy that you mentioned about motorcycle. We are the leading in China in production of 3 million motorcycles in a year. Now Kenya recently, in the last 10 years, also developed an issue of actually purchasing a lot of motorbikes, and we call it here in Kenya border. Say border. So now a lot of young people, many people now have borders, and I think it's a very good area where we can actually partner to ensure that more and more young people in Kenya actually acquire border. And these borders have transformed their livelihoods across the city because of actually taking care of passengers, doing a lot of water view. So I think we are very delighted that is an area that border we can be able to actually cooperate. Sister city, I don't think we have any problem, absolutely. We will have a cabinet discussion to make that resolution. I don't think we have any problem. We are very, very grateful for you requesting that we have sister city partnership. And this city also has another one in South Africa. I'm glad you mentioned about Joba. I think that's a good one, and I think this would be another good advantage. Sister city is the invitation of His Excellency the Governor to visit your city, Chongqing municipality. We will definitely, we accept that we are grateful for the gesture, but we'll be able to consult with the governor so that he himself can give directions. But I think we are very, very grateful, and that in August, we will get in touch so that we get contacts, we consult, and then get in touch so that by August we should give you information even before that particular August for the actual visit that you have actually invited our governor. We are very, very, very grateful on behalf of the governor for the invitation. Very good. So the issues of actually expanding business, the issue of business, trade fairs, very, very important. We've been actually having the London trade fairs every November. November. Through the Kenya Tourism Board, I think they're here. We've been having across the globe, and I think yours is also very, very good venture for us to actually take care of the issue of tourism. And we're very, very impressed that even the 10,000 tourists that come to Kenya must actually come through Nairobi city. Can you make a clap for that? For us in India. And even our capital city is the only city in the world that has a national park. We have a national park here. We don't know when you're going back. We would like to take you around if you have time to see the big five. They're also here, just within the city. We have a big national park, and I think we are the only city in the world that has a national park, which takes care of that. Then the rest from Nairobi National Park, you can now go to the rest of the country, where you have the Masai Mara, of course, the 8th wonder of the world, after, of course, the 8th wonder of the world, wildebeest migration, which is actually this July, August. And then you have the Savo, you have the Lewa, you have so many others, but there Mount Kenya, where you can actually visit. And actually, our city has actually been ranked as the top 3 most intelligent city. The top 3 intelligent city in terms of innovation, dynamism, and so forth across the globe. So I think that mutual cooperation in ICT and any other areas is very, very handy. It is also one of the 100 resilient cities. It's also one of the 100 resilient cities across the world. And all flights that go to these regions internationally come through Nairobi, then now connect to various regions. And even we also fly to China, KQ, our national carrier, we fly to China. So Nairobi is a base. From London, from London to connect to anywhere else, you must land in Nairobi. You land in Nairobi to connect to all other areas. Even the rail transport that you mentioned, it comes through Mombasa to serve the entire region, Southern Africa, up to Sudan, Congo, Rwanda, and all other, Ethiopia, and all those countries. So you are not wrong to invest in Nairobi. In any case, we call it the city of choice to invest, work, and live in. So we encourage that particular partnership. And also industrialization. We have a lot of industries. We do quite, we are the biggest in the region, though smaller than China, much smaller than even your city. But we want you to actually partner with us. So we have a lot of cross industries, manufacturing, steel, food, processing, agro, all those are also based in Nairobi, and we actually supply the entire region, like Rwanda and the rest. They take their goods from actually Kenya. The entire Nairobi County government, we are very pleased, we are very happy, we are very, very grateful, and we want to wish you well at the time you'll go back. We would like you to stay around, let us know your program, get us a contact person who will be coordinating with us, so that even the issues of MOU, the visit to August, we can be able to coordinate and communicate in advance. And I think we want to say, when you go back, go well, and we wish you all the best of luck. And of course, we hope for the best for the two cities, and that we are all saying bye from Nairobi, and we are very grateful for coming. And the city of choice to invest, to work, and live in. And we actually have UNEP, of course, you know, United Nations Environmental Program, which has over 100 international, companies in Nairobi. It also has the United Nations Environmental Program right here in Nairobi. Global, of course, UNEP is a global UN habitat. So we are very, very pleased to host it, and we look forward to a great future.
To sum up, I'd like to extend our sincere invitation to His Excellency Governor Chongqing, and we hope to develop and establish the sister city relationship with Nairobi County. And thank you very much.
Good note as the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the way you have promoted our capital city. We are proud of you, colleagues. Continue like this. We'll be holding your hand, and every time you feel you want to consult us, we are at your service. Thank you very much. The invitation extended to His Excellency Governor Chongqing and the County Assembly. Would like you to take due notice of that and give us as quickly as possible an acceptance so that we may coordinate the expected movements, including agreements of it.
希望你们这个